Welcome back to the Buds in the Box podcast. I'm your host, Eric Fogarty. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Jude, Rondina, and Michael Feldbloom. How's it going today, boys?
Hey boys, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Eric?
Thank you. We're 5 for 5. Michael asking me how I am. So I'm ecstatic because the Leafs win the series 3-0 against the Oilers, and the score of the game was 6-1. Huge victory. And I just want to get right into my notes because I have so much interesting things written down. And the first thing I wrote before the
Many.
game, what'd you say?
So many.
You corrected your grammar. Eric.
Whatever. I'm just so excited, guys. I'm just so excited. So the Leafs wrote before the game, they put a stat down that said the Leafs will be the first team in NHL history that record a shutout in 3 consecutive games with 3 different goaltenders. Now,
Anderson sucks.
okay. Well,
Kidding.
but that would be an incredible feat, especially the fact that it's against the Oilers, who are the number one goal-scoring team, 3 times in a row.
Yeah, well, Eric said that McDavid would come back after one scoreless game. He had 2 scoreless, pointless games, and then came on to a third scoreless, pointless game against a strong defensive Leafs team.
Okay, so keep going, fella.
There's just no way around it right now. The Leafs are one of the best teams defensively in the league. Shutting out the best offensive team is amazing in itself, and then to do it, and then to only let them score 1 goal while still putting up 6, that's crazy.
And also on that note, before Eric gets into his Jimmy VC chirping us because the ice time kind of thing, so I'll stop you in your tracks there. You had also hot takes about we kind of had a different hot take, but David's gonna go crazy. Okay, I fear for the Leafs. Okay, tell that to Hutchinson shutout.
All right. Let me defend
Did you say
myself.
that?
All right. I did say McDavid would come back, and based off stats, that's what it proved. I didn't say it again. I didn't say anything about him this
He didn't say it again. He didn't say it again because he was wrong. So,
but I did say I was wrong last time.
Yes, you owned up to it.
With prediction.
We are gonna own up to this one.
Yeah, you guys will.
BC went cuckoo bananas. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Last podcast, you guys can go give it a listen. I told them that Jimmy VC, I was starting to notice him more, and that I liked the way he was playing. He was playing like caught my eye. 9 minutes into the game, after the Oilers came out hot and Anderson looked a little bit shaky, VC scores a goal from Spezza and Boyd, and this is word for word what I wrote down. I told you guys VC was popping off. And then this goal was all because of the hard work from the third and fourth line. They just kept pressuring the zone. And, the fourth line, third line combination, they played amazing tonight. Ilya Mikheyev, oh my God.
He beat McDavid in a foot race.
That's really my next note.
And McDavid wasn't even tired or anything. It was just a straight up foot race.
Yeah, they were neck and neck, and he just edged him out right at the end. Yeah, and then also TJ Brody. Oh my God.
They finally gave him some recognition between periods.
Yeah.
For the first time this year, I think. Oh my God.
And there's no reason that should have been the first time. So
I know, but oh my God, his stick work is crazy.
Yeah. He made another, I mentioned in that other, I'm on fire with my hot takes with the Leafs, okay? He made another amazing.
Not the Edmonton Oilers, though.
Okay. You know what? They're unpredictable. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Keep going.
TJ Brody made a really nice sliding play. I love. He takes the man and takes the pass. It's a genius play. He does it every time, and he did it on Draisaitl, who's the second leading scorer. Now the third because Marner just passed him. But he took Draisaitl and he took the pass away, and Draisaitl couldn't make a move. So props to TJ Brody. He's coming in. He knows his role. And he's just killing it on defense, and so are the Leafs.
And just to touch on your point there that Marner's now second in scoring, that's a huge deal for the scoring race right now because 3 games with no points is a lot to go when you're in a scoring race. And Marner put up points in every night, I think. So he's catching up.
Yeah,
and Matthews didn't play, but
Matthews and Marner for Hart.
yeah, it's interesting. They don't really. Whenever you see any Hart Trophy things, you don't see Marner's name there.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. It's like McDavid, Matthews, and Draisaitl, even though
Mhm.
Marner has like more points than Draisaitl and Matthews, but
Even
Yeah.
Riley for Norris, like that. He's catching
that's not
up.
out of the question. Yeah, but
And
it's
the way he's been playing. Like he had a slow start, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, whatever." He's not in the race for Norris. Now he's like three or 4 points
Yeah.
behind like the
I
leading.
mean, I wouldn't even say he started that slow. It was more like kind of a dry spell, and
Yeah.
even then, like no, he's never been a defenseman out of question. He's always been up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But if
he just hasn't been able to push past that like
Yeah,
Norris
exactly.
trophy. He's doing really well though.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say he's definitely a top 5 candidate at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, we get into the second period. The first period, it was just kind of Frederick Anderson. He played actually really well. And then we just had that first goal. And then the second period is where the Leafs just I don't see them losing to anyone.
Opened the floodgates.
Yes. Edmonton is
Great word choice.
Thank you.
Edmonton is a good team, and they just kept pouring the goals on. Especially Mike Smith is a hot goaltender right now. Not anymore, but he was undefeated until he came against the Leafs, and he played 2 games. He actually played 3 games. He played well last game, but he
Talking about
added
Mike
2
Smith.
losses to his record.
So talking about Mike Smith, I made a note here. It says Mike Smith equals scummy / scumbag / dirty / sore loser / dirty player. So basically just to touch on that in all seriousness, I don't know, I guess I've been evidently annoyed with goalies that get frustrated because they're letting in goals, like that blame other people, whatever, but like he's just going after Hyman like in front of the net. It's just like he's punching people, he's getting all worked up, he's getting mad. It's just so annoying. So I called him scummy, scumbag, dirty, whatever. But yeah, and Draisaitl too. But just so another point off that is Draisaitl did punched Brody in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to that.
And Brody is so calm.
Yeah.
He's so composed. It's crazy.
And
Like
no
anyone
reason-
would get mad about that.
Okay, like Draisaitl had a great move. He made it like he danced Brody. It was a great move. And then like I was like, oh, like he's probably gonna get a breakaway here. And then Brody just spins around, pucks right off Draisaitl's stick, and then Draisaitl has to punch him in the back of the head for no reason. But that's just Brody's just defensive skill stick, right? Like it's always active. He doesn't give up on the play. Like he's just like just always stands out. He's a great player that we need.
Yeah. Going back to Felly's note though, how good did it feel seeing Hyman score on Mike Smith after he punched him in?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing about Hyman. He didn't taunt them or anything like that. He skated away.
Yeah, well, they
After
had
scoring
a discussion between periods, but I don't think it was Hyman that was doing the talking.
No, it wasn't. No, but he scored in the third, so he didn't taunt him or anything after he scored, which he very well could have.
Yeah.
Because imagine getting chirped that much and getting punched in the back of the head by a goalie and whatever, and then scoring on him.
Mhm.
The first thing I would do is chirp the guy and say, "You suck. I just scored on you. How do you feel now? Like, punch me again." Right? But like that was just me, I guess.
Have you guys seen that clip of I don't remember who exactly it was, but they scored. It was like an old time hockey, maybe in like the 90s, early 2000s, and this guy scored, and then he like the second he scored on this goalie, he went right up into his face and was like chirping him, and then he scored again, and he did the exact same thing.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
No, it's old. It's old.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but yeah.
I feel like it was like the Atlanta Thrashers or something. I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyway, going back to the start of the second period, 3 minutes in, who else but VC? Great play.
Timothy.
Yep, great play by Boyd and Spezza. Spezza had 3 assists this game. That has to go noticed.
Yeah, it was a great play by Boyd to start it out. Well, actually, let's even go further. It was a great play by Bogosian to notice that the Oilers were in a bad line change and to just throw it all the way up the wall. to Boyd.
Yeah, even Bogosian, he's a little bit under. Like, I know he's not getting the points and stuff, but like that's not his role. Like he's playing good defense. They all.
Oh,
yeah, no, people were like, we're not as like people were not stoked about it. People were like, oh, like it's Bogosian. Like, I mean, the guy has more rings on his finger than most of the Leafs, right? So, like when you put that into perspective, he was obviously on a championship team, and it wasn't like he was scratched the entire playoffs. They were missing 2 key defensemen, so like he was there. He was doing something,
Oh,
and
he was a
clearly,
big part of the Tampa Bay Lightning Cup.
yeah. So clearly he was a big piece then. He's going to be a big piece now, and yeah, I think he is underappreciated for everything that he does for us. He's that grit too, right?
Yeah, and especially for Dermott. You know, Dermott's like a young defenseman. I think it's good to pair him with Dermott and Bogosian because you know he's going to learn a lot off Bogosian.
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
being a veteran and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like that video Felly sent today.
That was funny.
Of Bogosian giving a little bit of fighting tips, and
I thought that was for sure.
Yeah, for sure. After that, maybe Dermott had some.
Oh man. Well, because Dermott and what's his name, Archibald, were gonna go. Like it looked like they had it planned, and it just never happened because, like, Dermott's not gonna take a fight 2 goals up or 3 goals up.
Yeah,
you don't do that, right? You can't when you're in the lead. It could have happened like in the third at the end when the game was out of reach, but I don't know. It was just funny. I thought that was a hilarious video. I thought for sure
it was.
For sure he was gonna fight. He was teaching him how to fight. It was so funny.
Wait, what? At the end of the game, when Chason got suspended, did he do the cross check on VC or was it Dermott?
Yeah, VC.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So VC got his revenge. That's a lot of revenge in this game.
Yeah, VC had 2 more goals than McDavid or Draisaitl had, 2 more points than McDavid or Draisaitl had combined. I guess my point is McDavid and Draisaitl had 0 points the entire series. So if you're an Oilers fan, screw you. Yeah,
that's me.
That's you.
But let's just
that's you.
Just starting for a while. So McDavid and Draisaitl were both held pointless for 3 straight games against the same team. Do you think that will ever happen again?
You know what?
Next time they play the Leafs in the playoff series.
No, honestly, that's a great point. Because I was just thinking about it. Just everything that's going on, right? In that first game, like most teams, like I don't know, like someone would get in a fight. I don't know, say us, like we played Montreal, and I don't know, like someone would be super choppy with another player, and then they'd go out to play Boston, and it'd be totally different, right? And then they come back to play Montreal, and there'd be different rivalries everywhere else. Now with this new schedule, you make a rivalry in that first game, you're going right back to that rivalry. You don't take there's no breaks, there's no nothing. You know what I mean? You're right back against the same faces you hated. So that obviously that's gonna. This is kind of off topic of that question, Eric, but it just puts a new kind of spin on everything. And I don't know if COVID is kind of hopefully gone by the next season. I don't really see them doing it again, and I'm pretty sure we only have 2 more games against them. So
yeah.
No, that won't ever happen again.
For sure. Yeah, I don't think throughout both of their careers, like just those 2 simultaneously on different lines, not getting a point for 3 straight games, that's like almost impossible. And the Leafs somehow pulled it off.
Nah, I think that's very possible to happen again.
Okay, well, yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
well, I mean, if there's one of those games,
if Draisaitl's playing on a different team, eventually, and he's not on the best power play, like with Connor McDavid or whatever, setting him up for goals. I feel like Draisaitl can go 3 games without a point. Matthews can go 3 games without a point. Like Gretzky probably didn't go 3 games without a point, but maybe he came close to it at one point. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
But anyway.
And then moving forward in this game, okay, we have done a little bit of ripping on this podcast about Tavares, Nylander, and kind of Mikheyev just on his finishing. Yeah.
Your mic is kind of weird right now.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Can you move it?
You sound like you're
underwater. Oh, is that better?
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Yeah.
Got it.
And try to speak louder as well, because in that last podcast.
Kyle's
quiet.
sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Kyle was
Okay,
sleeping.
well, bring the mic closer to your mouth then, because
All right.
Felly overpowers you.
Okay, got it. So anyway, what I was saying was we've
I
kind
do
of
too.
been like telling Tavares, we've been telling Nylander, McCabe, they got to step up. They got to score a goal. They got to bring it to the next level. And after VC's 2 goals, the next 3 goals by the Leafs are Tavares, Mikheyev, and Nylander.
Yeah.
We finally.
I mean,
stepped up.
Nylander's been hot. Nylander's been very hot 4 games straight, I think, with a goal after he scored in that last minute.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right? 4 games. Yeah. It's all 3
Yeah,
against
he
Edmonton,
has
and then
5
that
goals in
last,
those 4.
and then those last 2 against Calgary. So, yeah, he's been hot, but Tavares definitely needed a goal. Mikheyev definitely needed a goal. BC needed a goal because he hasn't scored in 17 games or something. But yeah, who else scored?
Mikheyev.
Right, Mikheyev. Yeah. Well, I already said yeah. He needed.
Oh,
a goal.
okay.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. And then in between those, I think Nugent Hopkins got a goal from Draisaitl, and I mean, you can't really blame Anderson. I mean,
Did Draisaitl get a point?
Yeah, Draisaitl got the assist.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bound to
Oh
happen.
yeah, he shot it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
off the pad, right?
Off the pad, and then Nugent Hopkins buried the rebound. But I mean, it was bound to happen. You know, you can't like it was gonna come sooner or later, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Anderson came out really far to play that.
Yeah.
He squared up really far out of his crease. I don't know.
Yeah, but like there's a reason why no 3 consecutive different goalies have gotten a shutout. You know, like that record is hard to do. So, do you guys get what I'm trying to say?
That comment made
Yes.
absolutely no sense.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The reason that record stands that no one has done it yet is because it's hard to break, right? So we knew coming into this game it was going to be tough for Anderson to get a shutout.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say. If I don't know if I explained that right, but it sounded.
No, you didn't. But no, definitely.
Yeah.
No, that's obviously it's hard for any goalie in the National Hockey League to get a shutout. So
Yeah.
it's like 3 different ones in 3 straight games.
Except for Vasilevsky, when he's playing us in fantasy, he just
Especially when he's playing me in fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also one of the best goalies right now in the league.
Yeah,
and
on
he
the
has
best.
been.
He is the best goalie in the league.
Him and
Yeah.
Fleury are pretty up there for best goalies.
Yeah, and
Their
I'm gonna
ages.
make a hot take. I think you guys will agree with me on this one. Okay, no, I think you guys will agree.
Okay.
When the Leafs top 6 are both playing their A game, the Leafs are unbeatable.
It seems like yes. It seems like they haven't had one game where both lines
Yeah,
have been on. It's either been Nylander and Tavares or Matthews and Marner.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 of them have never gotten like a crazy amount of points in the same game together.
Unless
when
it was like
Matthews
a
and-
crazy blowout a long time.
Yeah, like when Matthews and Marner get 4 points each, Tavares and Nylander get 0.
Mhm.
When today Tavares and Nylander each got like 2 points, I think it was maybe.
Yeah,
They
no,
each
I
got
think-
1, whatever. Matthews and Marner had 0. Well, Marner had an assist, but
Mhm.
yeah. Seems like
Yeah.
they weren't producing, and it was on the power play. So
yeah. But I mean, still, they still like Matthews had a bunch of chances. He hit the post right at
Yeah.
the start of the game.
he had 7
So-
shots or something, 8 shots maybe,
Yeah,
which
and
is a lot.
it was really just Matthews that didn't get a point, and I think it was just because he was coming back from missing a few games. Because Thornton got the point, Marner got the point, Tavares got a few points.
He looked fine though.
Yeah, he did.
Like Matthews, he looked like a little off, but for the
Mhm.
most part, I think he looked normal. He looked a bit quieter than normal, but
Well, plus they after the second period, they're basically just playing the bottom 4 or bottom 6
yeah,
forwards.
yeah, he didn't have very many
Because-
shifts.
Yeah, because tomorrow when the Leafs play the Canucks or Calgary, who is it?
Canucks.
Yeah, they're gonna really have to rely on that top 6. So that I mean, it was a smart
Yeah.
move by Keith.
That's true. I mean,
Some
what do you
rest.
guys think? Do you guys think Anderson will start again? He's
No.
been on a break for a really long time.
No,
Yes,
they'll put in
I
Hutchinson.
personally think he will, with Campbell being out still.
Well, they haven't ruled Campbell out yet. So
Okay, so it totally depends on how Campbell is.
yeah,
But like Hutchison is reliable right
Yeah,
now.
he is. But I mean,
So if Anderson's not feeling up to it, I'm sure it'll be like a goalie decision type of thing. Like
yeah.
just seeing how he feels. Probably Keith will probably talk
Yeah.
to him and just say like, "Do you feel comfortable playing this game? We play again on Saturday. We need you to play on Saturday,
Mhm.
right?" But there's 2 days between then,
Well,
so
it's not like the Nucks are hot, so
well, exactly. But it's like exactly. So maybe having him sit tomorrow is a good idea.
yeah.
yeah.
Or
I
maybe
guess
the
a
Leafs are-
conference. You never know.
But the Leafs are hot, and you want to keep them hot. So
Yeah, exactly.
you want to win tomorrow, and you want to win again on Saturday. You got to put your best foot forward. If Campbell's back, that's probably the best decision. If you're asking me,
Yeah, for sure.
if not,
Yeah.
I'd say Anderson should just tough it out and play again. He's been off for like 3 weeks
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
2
yeah,
weeks. So yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and just to wrap things up, I had one last note. Well, I had the Hyman goal, but we kind of already went over that.
Mhm.
You guys can go over it more if you want, but even though Anderson did let that goal in, they still had a crazy stat. It was the third longest shutout streak this season. And I like how it was a team effort and not just Vasilevsky just
Exactly.
stopping everyone.
Yeah.
It stopped at 160 minutes, which is very impressive. And it was also held against the number one scoring team in the league. So very good stuff.
Yeah, no
for the
doubt.
Leafs.
Yeah.
And
Still sitting at top of the North. Still sitting at top of the league.
yep,
So all good things. Number one right now.
we're at the top.
Number
looking
one in our
down.
hearts.
Yep.
And they're at 38 points, I think, now. Which is nuts.
Hmm.
What would they say? 18 wins or something? Well, how many wins they have? 18.
Yeah,
That's
18.
crazy. That's nuts. Anyway,
A lot of happy podcasts.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of happy podcasts. Hopefully, when we have our special guest on Tuesday.
We'll be happy and he won't. I'm
Yeah,
just-
exactly. Yeah, guys, just so everyone's aware, we have a special guest coming on Tuesday. We'll leave it as a surprise. We'll give a little bit of suspense, but he's just going to come on and review the game with us. The Leafs versus Jets game on Tuesday, the 9th. It is, right?
I think
March
so.
9th.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going to be happening on Tuesday. And
honestly, I think that's going to be a pretty good game because, I mean, they have Hellebuck. They have some good goal scorers, Some,
Yeah, Jets are
I
hot
don't
right
know.
now.
the
Yeah.
Jets are pretty hot, and the Leafs are really hot.
Yeah, so two hot teams clashing.
Yep,
yeah,
they might
the
melt
thing
the
is,
ice.
we'll have to see what.
They might melt the ice. Ha.
We'll have to see who comes out better defensively, honestly,
For sure, that's what it comes down to.
because the Jets have a lot of firepower offensively, less without Line, but they still nonetheless have a lot of firepower offensively, and the Leafs have been playing really good defensively. I'm not sure about the Jets, to be honest. We've only played them once, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
So yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
get
we'll have to see
some
when the
insider
time comes.
info.
But for now, Vancouver tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, late night podcast.
Oh yeah.
Late night podcast for the boys.
Ferda!
Yep. And yeah, that about sums up the game. And we'll wrap it up here. So unless you guys have any last minute comments or anything? No?
Go Leafs.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
I'll get behind that.
I will too. So thank you guys for listening or watching the Buds in the Box podcast. Thank you to our new subscribers we've been getting recently. We thank you all for commenting, liking, and subscribing. So
We appreciate it.
And
Yep.
thank you for those who may have stuck to this part of the podcast.
yes.
You're a real one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you're a
If
real
you're
one.
here right now, leave a comment saying Yale.
Okay.
If you leave a comment Yale, we know you were here the whole time.
All right. So thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.